بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبع هداه. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm really glad to be here with you in this honorable event which crowns the journey of your seeking knowledge at IOU. I have just a short message to my brothers and sisters that is on the topic of Islamic faith and innovation, guiding the next Muslim generation in an AI-driven world. Dear brothers and sisters, the rise of artificial intelligence represents a pivotal moment in human history, fundamentally reshaping how we work, how we learn, how we construct meanings. While these technologies offer significant opportunities for innovation, they reflect a culture built on speed, hyperconnectivity that may conflict with the Islamic worldview. The challenge for the Muslim community is not to reject the technology, but to engage with it purposefully to ensure that we remain moral agents in a machine-driven world. To understand the threat AI poses, we must first understand the nature of Islamic culture. It is not merely a collection of customs, but a living expression of Tawheed where the sacred is woven into the everyday. In Islamic tradition, knowledge is relational and transformative. It is a path to proximity with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not just an accumulation of information and data. In Islamic culture, we used to pass knowledge through human connection, families, elders, the masajid, scholars, rather than impersonal systems. Respect for the Islamic tradition acts as a compass, ensuring that progress remains within the divine ethical boundaries. AI represents an Islamic cultural threat by eroding these traditional pathways of knowledge and connection. AI systems are often designed with materialist assumptions that prioritize efficiency, data, and speed over spiritual concepts like ihsan, like taqwa, and the ghaib or the unseen. AI promotes an assembled identity based on individualism and engagement matrix, whereas Islam seeks a cultivated soul developed through communal worship and service. There is a risk that the algorithms will replace the authority of scholars and elders, as youth may find it easier to consult a chatbot than a scholar or a teacher. It's important here to note and to emphasize that Muslims are not strangers to innovation. The Islamic tradition has a rich history of significant scientific and intellectual advancement, from medicine to philosophy to astronomy. However, this historical innovation differed fundamentally from the modern tech culture. In Islamic culture, innovation was driven by service and gratitude, not dominance and self glorification. In Islamic tradition, the driving question for Muslim scholars was never just can we do it, but should we do it? What purpose and benefit will be there from doing this? In Islamic culture, we have the concept of khilafah, stewardship. Advancements were viewed through the lens of human being a khalifa, that is a steward on earth, ensuring that technology remains a tool rather than an idol. We are called to revive these important issues and the Islamic spirit, engaging with the new while remaining anchored in eternal principles. To navigate this era with dignity, Muslims must adopt an active ethical framework for using the AI. We must not be passive consumers but moral agents accountable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have some core principles for using AI. That is, first, we need to check our niyyah. We must ask if we are using tools to cut corners or to enhance service, to avoid learning, or to deepen it. Our responsibility as stewards extends to the digital realm, requiring us to defend privacy, justice, and human dignity in how machines are designed and used. We must evaluate whether specific tools support family and amplify scholarly voices, or they just distract us from our duties and erode modesty. AI must never replace the human heart in matters of faith. There is no automation of sincerity, no shortcut to taqwa. Decisions requiring judgment, compassion, and worship must remain in human hands. Now we need here to remind the community that Allah will not change the condition of Muslims until they change themselves. This is why we need to take action. Briefly, we can summarize the action in the following points. We need to start at home. Families should prioritize conversations about ethics and technology, modeling habits where screens serve the family rather than govern it. We need to empower the masajid. Imams and scholars must be supported in understanding technology so that they can provide relevant spiritual guidance to youth living in AI-shaped spaces. We need to lead in education. Educational institutions should fund initiatives that examine AI through Islamic ethics and support the development of alternative technologies that reflect the Muslim values. We need global cooperation. You need global collaboration. Muslims worldwide must connect with their efforts, sharing insights to solve the problem together. The age of AI is not a future possibility, it is a present reality. By maintaining trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, acting with ihsan, the Muslim community can ensure that while AI shapes the systems around us, our values determine how we meet it. We do not fear the future because we know who holds it. Dear brothers and sisters, that was just a short message that I liked and wanted to share it with my dear brothers and sisters. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gives you and grants you blessings and crown all your efforts with success and grant you success both in this world and in the hereafter. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.